Sabaidi, in 2022, as we approach the World Population Day, the global world population will reach almost 8 billion. In Laos PDR, by 2030, the population will be over 8 million people. Now, when we look at Laos, we can see some very good news, because when we look at the sexual reproductive health and right laws and policies which protect the power that women and girls have to make decisions over their own bodies, Laos scores a very impressive 96 out of 100. This is one of the highest scores globally. So what does this mean for rights and choices for women and girls? What it means is that the policy work is very well established. It also means that investments are required to translate these policies into actions of comprehensive sexuality education for all people in school and out of school, into actions for expanding the scope and scale of contraceptive availability for young people, all sexually active people, married women, married men. Everyone who desires to use contraception should have access to that. You're probably thinking, why is this important? Well, it's important because the ability to make decisions about your own body is the most fundamental factor that influences a family, a community, and a country. As we look at the impact of COVID, especially on rights and choices across the world, but also Laos, we notice that funding is less available and people have increased demand. So where will the money come from to invest in contraception, in education, in comprehensive sexuality education? Well, UNFPA has done a global study, and we've also replicated that study for Lao PDR. And what we found is that for every US dollar that is invested in contraceptives, there is a direct savings of $7 in health costs. The savings for overall socioeconomic benefit for every single dollar invested go up to $120. Now that's a very powerful economic argument. But beyond the economic argument, it's also important to understand that we would be saving thousands of maternal deaths from happening if we invest in this comprehensive approach to protecting rights and choices. And knowing that almost half of pregnancies across the world are unintended, we would be protecting the ability of girls, of women, of families to have family and children by choice and not by chance. This would mean that overall for Lao PDR, now to 2030, there would be over $661 million saved. Thousands of lives saved, as well as families have the ability to invest limited resources in education of the children that they will have. So what is it that I want you to think about? Inform yourself, educate yourself, your children, your friends, your colleagues on the benefits of comprehensive sexuality education, on where contraceptives are available. The government of Laos has excellent programs in the education and health sector, but it also requires each one of us to know, to access them, to learn from them, and to take actions and decisions that will help you and that will help Lao PDR attain the possibility of a demographic dividend, because Laos will soon have the largest number of working age people. This is a once in a generation opportunity for Lao PDR to have accelerated economic benefits. I count on each one of you, and with UNFPA being here in support of the government of Laos, please, you can count on us. Khop chai.